Good morning, listeners of Hot Topic and Fresh News, and welcome to our broadcast on the 4th of January, 2024. We have a major development coming in from Japan. On New Year's Day, Japan experienced a devastating earthquake with a magnitude of 7.6 on the Richter scale, with the epicenter located in the Noto Peninsula. The cities of Suzu and Wajima bore the brunt of this seismic event, leaving at least 77 people dead. Many more are feared to be trapped under the wreckage, and the rescue operations are in full swing as the crucial 72-hour window closes. Tens of thousands of locals are still without the basic amenities of power and water, and landslides have left hundreds stranded. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida has urged rescuers to continue their relentless efforts, and so far, 150 people have been rescued. Wajima, a city with a population of around 23,000, has been left to resemble a ghost town after homes and vehicles were crushed under concrete. The death toll here is currently the highest, with over 36 confirmed fatalities. The mayor of Wajima, Shigeru Sakaguchi, reports that aid supplies have only reached 2,000 out of 10,000 evacuees. In Suzu, nearly 90% of houses have collapsed, with a small tsunami hitting the town shortly after the earthquake. And to give some context, Japan is known for its high seismic activity. The Noto region has seen an increased trend in earthquakes since the end of 2020, with over 500 small to medium earthquakes in the past 3 years. The search for survivors continues, but as time goes by, hopes of finding more people alive wane. In summary, the affected communities are in dire need of basic necessities such as food, water, and shelter. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story. Hello there, this is your host, Emily Norma, and you're tuned in to Hot Topic and Fresh News. We know you depend on us for the latest and most pressing news stories, and we're dedicated to delivering just that. Joining me today, as always, is our insightful commentator, David.
Thanks, Emily Norma. Always a pleasure to join you here.
Absolutely, David. Now, our listeners might already know that we broadcast daily, bringing you the freshest news hot off the press. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to our channel, turn on those notifications, and leave us a comment. We love hearing from you. And don't forget to share our podcast with friends and family. Your support helps us continue bringing you the news that matters. Now let's jump right into our main story for today. Japan's earthquake, the aftermath. From the corners of Suzu and Wajima, we've got some truly heartbreaking updates. I can't believe some of the headlines we're about to share, but they're important for understanding the scale of what's happening there.
Absolutely, Emily Norma. It's a grim situation, and our hearts go out to the affected communities.
Certainly, David. We'll be diving deep into what's going on, the rescue efforts, and why this news matters to each one of us. Stay tuned, folks. Remember, you heard it first at Hot Topic and Fresh News, where the news is always hot off the press.
So, could you explain why the first 72 hours after an earthquake are considered critical for rescue efforts?
Absolutely. This critical period is based on survival statistics, which show that the chances of finding people alive drop substantially after 72 hours following an earthquake. This is due to the harsh conditions survivors often face, such as lack of water, injuries, and exposure to the elements.
How is the devastation from this highly destructive earthquake affecting the basic amenities for the residents?
Tens of thousands of residents are in a dire situation. They're currently without power and water. Moreover, hundreds are isolated due to landslides and blocked roads. It's a grim situation that the Japanese government and aid agencies are trying to address urgently.
Could you give us an idea of how many people have been saved from this disaster so far?
Until now, the rescue teams have managed to pull 150 people from the rubble. However, with the passing of the critical 72-hour window, the rescue efforts are becoming even more challenging.
Could you share some instances of the dramatic rescues that have occurred?
Yes, one particular story that's been circulating involves a local non-governmental organization, Peace Winds Japan. They posted a video showing several rescuers breaking through layers of collapsed furniture to rescue a woman trapped under her home. Stories like these represent hope amidst such a devastating event.
And what's the situation like in the city of Wajima?
Wajima has been hit hard. Homes and vehicles have been crushed under concrete, yielding the largest death toll so far. Its 23,000 residents have evacuated, and the city now resembles a ghost town. Aid supplies are barely reaching the evacuees due to the damaged infrastructure and landslides.
Definitely a heartbreaking situation. Let's hope for more successful rescue missions and swift recovery.
On to the town of Suzu, which has also suffered tremendous damage. According to its mayor, Masahiro Izumiya, nearly none of the town's houses are standing, with about 90% of them completely or almost completely collapsed.
That's simply devastating. And was there a tsunami alert following the earthquake?
Yes, in fact, a small tsunami struck the town just 1 minute after the major quake. It's a stark reminder of how vulnerable this region is to seismic activity.
Speaking of seismic activity, how frequently does Japan experience such incidents?
Japan is considered one of the most seismically active countries in the world. Specifically, for the Noto region, activity has been increasing since the end of 2020. There have been over 500 small and medium earthquakes in the past 3 years alone.
It's a sobering reality for the residents of those regions. As we draw towards the conclusion of our broadcast, we'll continue to bring you the latest updates on the situation in Japan. Stay tuned.
Thanks for joining us on Hot Topic and Fresh News today, folks. We've been delving into the latest updates on the devastating earthquake in Japan, and we appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and activate notifications so you won't miss our daily news analysis. We value your support. Share our podcast with your friends, family, and on your social media platforms. If you found value in our work, leave us a comment.
Indeed, your comments are like the coffee that keeps us awake and alert. Remember, we're here every day, offering fresh perspectives on the latest news. And we've got something really interesting lined up for you in the coming days, so don't stray too far.
We're grateful for your time and engagement. We're excited for the next episode, and we hope you are too.
Stay in the loop, keep your eyes on the news. Our channel's content will amuse. See you next time, folks.